All right. I think we are live. Yes. Okay, so welcome everybody to this beautiful morning stream. Morning because here in Berlin it's 10 a.m. right now. And yeah, today I'll be working on the track I've been working on the last 12 live streams. And I hope to finish this track, or at least get it close to finish today. Yeah, if you don't know me, I'm Felix. I'm a composer. I write music for films, for audiobooks, for theater, for basically everything. And I'm live streaming all my working sessions here. And today I'm working on a track for my upcoming EP, Mia, like M-Y-A, million years ago. Yeah, but like usually I always start with a 20-minute improvisation where I'm just looking for interesting new ideas, hopefully interesting, you never know. And yeah, that's how this will go. So I see there's already 2 people watching. I guess one of that is me, or is the YouTube whatever interface. But to the other person watching, hello, good morning to you. I'm impressed that you are here. Yeah. And again, if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe. You'll be notified if you do that and won't miss any content I put out. And also, if you like this live stream, it will immensely help me if you just press this little like button. I think it's there. Now that we got this out of the way, let's just start. I'll just start the recording, and then we'll have some beautiful, maybe, hopefully beautiful, you never know, improvisation. So yeah, let's go. Hello, Oleg. Hey, it's nice to see you. Okay, Oleg writes, first he claps. Great, great emoji. It's great to watch and listen to you working, dear Felix. Beautiful improv too. Oh, you think so? Thank you. There were some parts at the end that I liked, although it's quite poppy. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I think. I'll listen back to this some other time. Hey, but it's beautiful that you're here. And to the other two people watching right now, hello to you too. Yeah, good morning. In case you're located somewhere within Europe, probably I can still say good morning. To the others of you, you're up very late or very early, which is also great. Now let's just switch over to, whoops, this screen. Okay, I want to listen back now. There's lots of distortion. No! Oh well, anyway. Okay, and again, if you see this, feel free to ask me anything if you're live now. You can literally ask me anything. And yeah, also, hey, if you like this, don't forget to hit the little like button. It will help me immensely with the algorithm and stuff like that. And if you want to see more of this content, also consider subscribing, because then you will be notified each time I go live or I upload new content, which I'm planning to do. So let's save this here. And now I will try to load the project we will be working on for the next 2.5 hours or something like that. 2 hours maybe. Maybe even 3. Let's see. And I really, really hope this system won't crash. Best of luck. Because the last stream, I think it crashed 2 times actually, trying to load this project. So in case the stream stops in about 10 seconds, like always, I'll be back. Toy, toy, toy. But this looks good. You know, if the UAD meter shows that the plugins have been loaded, yeah, okay. All right, we are set to go. Okay, first of all, let's have a listen to what we have here. Okay. Well, it's a weird one, right? This is a weird one. First of all, Oleg is still also in chat, and to all of you who don't know, Oleg is the one who played violin in this string part, and who was very kind to not only send one take, but I think it were 4 or 5. I don't, and with lots of microphones, beautiful. I could layer this, and yeah. The cello player is Pablo, who was there in the stream yesterday. That was actually the stream I broke my cello, where I wanted to, get some water as fast as possible. So I rushed out of this room and stumbled over my cello, and it basically broke. Awesome, but I think it's repairable without too much hassle. 14-bit meaty. Hey, moin Felix. Yeah, moin. Hello to you. Okay, so nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oleg, as maybe I can introduce you to. Oleg is also in chat, and he's the one playing violin here. So in case you need a very good violin player, you know who to ask. And Oleg writes, yes, 4 out of time tries. Well, honestly, I did not tell you that there was a cello attached to this, also playing, and that there was a kick and everything, and that it had to be precise. I was not very precise in my, directions. So you played it perfectly. Honestly, it was beautiful. Yeah. And in case you don't know, Oleg is also on Fiverr. If you need a good player, find him there. Yeah. Now, enough plugging the people who are in chat right now. Yeah, what do we do with this? Oleg also asks, how long is the project right now? The project right now is from the beginning to end. It's like a 2-minute track. It's not really long. 2 minutes, 50 seconds, I think. It won't be longer, I think. "14-bit media writes, hi Oleg, nice sound you have." Yeah, it's also always nice to see people in chat talking with each other, like connecting people who didn't know each other before. It's beautiful. And I'm yeah, me too. 14-bit media writes, like the strings a lot. Right? That's something, if somebody who can actually play an instrument plays this instrument, it's so much better than me just, fiddling on my 200 euro violin, having learned to play from YouTube for 1 year. There's a notable difference there. Oleg writes, thank you, Felix. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I mean, it's not like more than 50 people are about to see this, but hey, that's like 50 people maximum. I think the most views, sorry, not likes. Likes, again, if you see this video, please like. The most views these videos get is like 50 maximum. So, yeah, but overall, like, it's a couple of hundred, right? If a couple of hundred people see this, it's better than nothing, right? Okay, and I liked this part, although I thought the string texture was, the piano texture, like this loop here. Wait, I have to show you. I changed my setup a little bit to have a... I don't know if you already know this, but I changed my setup to have this... Wait, I'll show you on my mobile phone. This recorder And basically what it does is take the piano sound and yeah, I can loop it. I can send it through all the pedals, which is awesome because then I can loop the piano and build all these little layered loops. And it's this a big Boss delay DD something has a 60-second looper, and you can build layers and layers on top of that, and that's what I did here. Basically just played around out of time. You know, just boom, C minor, boom, chord stuff, or not just some runs. And that's a beautiful bed where this melody can, you know, I liked that a lot. Hey, and we are already 4 people watching again. So remember, 1 is me, but the other 3, hello to you. Probably Oleg and 14-bit MIDI, and another person we don't know yet, which is fine. You can just lurk and enjoy, or you know, just have it play in the background. If you're getting anything, that's beautiful. Now, what I thought here was that the piano was disappearing too fast, like the melody. You know, I think here's a low cut that moves up. Yeah, I've automated the low cut here on this piano melody, and I think it goes up too quickly. And it goes, you know, it also goes very, very quiet. And the reverb is too much. I think, you know, it shouldn't just... I can listen to this at least 2 rounds, you know? I mean, the whole piece is not... It's not... I don't know. I'm always thinking I'm the worst person to judge my own works, but... I feel it lacks some kind of climatic breakout or whatever. But maybe that's fine, you know, maybe it doesn't need it. I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, and one thing I wanted to do in the last stream was to start this with only like 1 or 2 solo voices. I also tried your violin playing, Oleg, but I thought it was too high. You know, just the instrument, the violin is too high. I thought if it's just the cello here, that might be okay, because you know, this is kind of a more not pop-oriented piece, but it's not, you know, it's not I don't know, Webern or you know, or Schöneberg or whatever. So I think it's okay to repeat this melody at least 3 times, because you know I have heard this, or we have heard this, and hello to the other person that does to the other person that just joined in chat. Feel free to ask me anything. There are a bunch of very beautiful people here, amongst others Oleg, who played violin on this track, and 14-bit MIDI, yeah, who's in Stuttgart right now apparently. And yeah, you can just have a chat, you can ask me anything. Okay, yeah, I thought we can listen to this melody at least 3 times in this piece, because, you know... So it can go from 1 solo instrument here, and maybe we can repeat this 2 times. I would just like to try that now. I'm just going to insert time, so we can in Ableton, you can just... there's a nice shortcut for this, just press Command I, and it inserts the amount of time you just selected. And I want to do this here, please. Okay, then we're going to copy the piano here. And we've just added 18 seconds to this song. Bam. That's easy, right? It's not a song really, because there's no, you know, nobody's singing, but to this piece, to this whatever it is. Okay. I think piano can go one round without any accompaniment, and then I think Oleg writes, honestly, I think this material needs more composition length to develop. Yeah. Judging by the hypermeter, it is slow and continuous. I would add like 5 to 8 minutes to it easy. 5 to 8 minutes, really? Ah. Okay. Now you have to tell me what hypermeter means, because I've never heard that. I'm just, like not a very smart person. Or not very educated. Well, I spent 14 years in music university, or 12, so I should know, probably. But I've never heard it. But 5 to 8 minutes, really? I think that's another thing, right? I'm always thinking I don't like pieces that drag on for too long. And which are like a dead horse, and I'm like, yeah, I know what you want to tell me. I've understood this in the first 1 minute, and now it's like 8 minutes long. On the other hand, some pieces also need time to develop and to really blossom into. And I tend to just make it very short, and often too short, because I think it gets boring too fast. So. Yeah, maybe you're right. Oleg. I don't know. I feel like, I'll start with baby steps. I'll just insert... and Oleg, okay. Hypermeter is a meter in terms of perception, or how the meter is being perceived by the listener. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Now, again, on this stream, we are learning a lot. Yesterday, we learned that there is actually a term called retarding momentum. And in German, it would be retardierendes Moment. I thought retarding moment. That sounds wrong. We learned something yesterday. And in this stream, we learned that hypermeter is a meter in terms of perception, or how the meter is being perceived by the listener. Again. Nice to know. So even if the Oleg writes, continues, so even if the actual tempo can be rather fast, the hypermeter can be slow, and vice versa. Usually slow pacing meters need more time to unfold. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're actually right. I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'm just a bad composer, Oleg. Right now, I don't know how to do this. Also, if I was working on a musical score, I think it would be easier, because I could have lots of control over the musical material. But now that I'm working in a DAW, it's hard for me, at least, to make this without me thinking, I know this idea, I've heard it. It's getting boring. Please stop. Please make it stop. So I don't know. Hey, but if you have any advice how this could be expanded, right now I'm fiddling around with this ascending thirds chord thing, like F minor, A flat major, C minor, E flat major, and so on until it's back at F minor again, and that's like the whole idea. And I feel like this is okay. Maybe it needs some more time. Okay, well, baby steps again. Baby steps will do just. I'll copy and paste this once, so it's 18 seconds longer already. And hey, there's another person in chat. Hello to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's really early here in Germany right now, and now it's 5 again, 5 people watching, so apparently you left, but you can come back anytime. Okay, I'm going to look for the cello melody now. Now again, what could happen now is, oh no, let's do it differently. I'll just open the original. No, go back. Open the original file Pablo sent me. Pablo was the string player on this. The string player was the cello player. Oleg, who's still in chat, probably sent the violin parts, and Pablo sent the cello parts. Now, violin, that's the violin. I want the cello parts because, you know, I think the cello is, by being a little lower and a little more somber, a little bit darker, it might be a better introduction for this. I usually tend to just take, just hide everything. I'm not like, this in your face, here it is. At least that's not my, my how do you say, my default. I tend to hide musical elements and be very, yeah, I'm a shy person. I'm a very shy person. So that also reflects in my music. Okay, let's listen to this. No, what's this? No, I don't want this. What's playing there? That should be the cello. Only cello, only Pablo? Yes. Okay. Okay, let's take this one. And put it here. So it's playing at the very beginning. No, there. There. Okay, and it needs some reverb. And maybe let's not take the lower octave, but the higher octave. With Sordino, yes, please. Okay. Because again, in case you missed it on the last streams, what I did here, or what we did. Also, if you want to know how we created this this file, I think 4 or 5 streams ago, we created this in Dorico. So, in case you're curious, that's what I sent to the string players, so to Oleg and to Pablo. But what I'm thinking is like just having either this low, high cello line or this violin. I think we tried the violin on the last stream and it was a little bit too high. So I'm thinking this high cello line might be a good idea to use to introduce this melody. Okay, no, please select this. Not so sure. Not so sure. That's a little bit direct. Okay, so Oleg writes again, it really doesn't matter what I think because you are the composer and I really like what you do. Thank you. That feels good in my tummy. Honestly, sounds like a joke, but it's honestly, it feels good. The soundscape overall sounds fantastic, but since you asked, a few ideas. For the string section, in case you want a bit more length, you can introduce voicing gradually. And by introducing voicing gradually, you mean like adding voices or changing the melody when introduce voicing? It's hard to you know, I've tried to or do you mean to like have alternative melodies which are like transposed in some way, but in some way related to the original melody? And I try to do that. You know, it's really hard to do this with 20 seconds of audio. Well, I'm not saying I need more. It's perfect. Yeah, right. Start from just cello, for example, or half the cellos. Yeah, right. That's what I was planning to do right now. That's actually what we are doing here. So just introducing the first. You know, it's the thing is, it's basically we're building this huge build-up loop, like a roundabout, which continues and continues and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's the whole dramaturgy. I think that's a word. I also looked this up on another stream where we already learned something else. So, yeah, that's the basic idea of the whole piece. And right now it's 4 times this with evolving strings, and then yeah, it's this piano thing where it again takes up this ascending thirds, but it's more in free time with this piano plinkel. And that's the basic idea. I think that's fine for a piece which is, you know, 2 minutes long. And I think it doesn't need more. It doesn't need more than this. You know, originally I thought there would be a beat and would be these meter changes and stuff like that, but I think that's the way to go for this piece. Maybe I'm just lazy, but honestly I feel like this works best with the material I have there. Oleg writes, he writes a lot. Great. Wait, he writes, nope, he didn't mean that. It's just when you have strings come in, they come in all together. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's. Then he writes, great. Yeah, I have to explain there's a 30-second delay between me talking to the camera, me reading chat, and you seeing the video. So that's because our internet connection here is really bad. We're getting a better one, but this will take 2 more months. So yeah, there might be a weird delay between me saying something and you actually reading it. Now back to what we wanted to do. We're doing exactly what Oleg told us to do, and that is just introducing the strings gradually and not just throwing them in all at once. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going through the different cello takes from Pablo, because he sent me, I think, 6 for the higher violin and 5 for the lower. Cello. I'm sorry, cello, not violin. Okay, let's try this one. And we are going to do some automation and reverb and all that beautiful good stuff. Let's take this. Now, that's another thing, right? We can just import parts of Ableton projects into this project. So here, this one is just, I've imported these groups from another project. Now I can just delete them. I still have the original track in my Zwischenspeicher, whatever Zwischenspeicher means. I don't know the English word for this. In my buffer, saved, whatever. Okay, now this is, maybe we also need the violin. I don't know yet, but we'll just start with the solo strings. We call this solo strings, this group. And hey, maybe, you know, I would love to load the UAD 480L lexicon reverb. But last time I did this, the system crashed. You know, I'm still going to try it anyway. And if the stream freezes, you know what happened, and I will be back in as quick as I can. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Dragging it there, and I'm about to release it. It was a pleasure working with you. Wow, it worked. It's like a Russian roulette, you know? It's loading these UAD plugins in this setup here. It's like Russian roulette. You get a kick out of, and if not, you can restart. It's not like Russian roulette where you can't restart, but yeah. Wet solo off, please. Okay, let's listen to this solo. No. I need a different... I like these random halls in this plugin a lot. Okay, and we're just going through some programs. And just more reverb. I think I like this one. I don't like that that take. I don't like that take from Pablo. I'm sorry if you're watching. You've played beautiful things. This one is also beautiful, but it doesn't fit, I think. Again, and if you need a very good cello player, Pablo Ortega, he's on Instagram as well. I think Pablo Ortega Music with little dots between these. You can find him there. Is very active on Instagram. Yeah. And we're looking for the Tillicine cello. Yep. Now, where is it? Where are you? Oh no. What? Ah, okay, there. For a second, I thought we had deleted the original file. You saw that? I just, took this Ableton project and imported it into this, and it just seamlessly, the tracks are here, and that's really a beautiful thing. Yeah, and to the other 5 people watching right now, you can also really help me out if you like this video, or you can dislike it as well. Any engagement is good on YouTube, I think. And if you don't want to miss any content I upload, you can also subscribe. That way you will be reminded every time. Or when YouTube think it's relevant to you. So, all right. What's... That sounds weird. Ah, okay. You hear this? This sounds like it's a 5th to high. That's basically because this is warped and set to repitch, and the tempo is the wrong tempo. Let's put it here. That should be fine. Yes. Okay, let's take another one. Oh wait, and also let's put these... I think I won't delete the project I imported with the cello tracks because, maybe we need something else. Or maybe I'm going to sing it. No, I won't. If you want to hear me singing this melody, there's, I think, one of the first streams where I just sung in this melody as guide track and tried to play cello to it. Okay, let's take this one. Let's try with this one. Okay. Let's put it here. And listen to it. In context. Okay, intonation-wise, there are some slight issues. Okay, let's take an... you know what? We'll just go through all of them. We'll just go through all of them now. And you know what? Let's not take one, let's take 2. Panned hard left and right. I think the basic idea is okay. Now one thing I would like to try is what happens if we pitch these differently. So not putting them on repitch, but Complex Pro Performance 0, envelope 0. That's, I found the best best results with this. Now that's weird. That's the cello pitched 1 octave above. It kind of works, right? I mean, it's like a weird, or maybe it's this. Hey, it sounds like this Chinese instrument. What's the name? Pipa? No, not pipa. Or pipa? No, pipa is a flute, I think. You know, because the overtone structure of the cello is really different from that of the violin. Okay, now let's see what happens if we double this with Oleg's violin. Wait, and for that I am going... Another great thing in Ableton is... Now look at this. We can... These are all the projects here. I think you can't see them because my face is in the way. Anyway, I can open these projects. No, I can't. It will crash. Oh no, it won't. I'm really, really Erhu. Yeah, right. Oleg. Oleg writes the Chinese instrument I was thinking about is the Erhu. I'm going to look at it now. Erhu. Yeah, I think that's the one. Oh, and in case you didn't know, Dorico, the notation software, has some huge announcement to make today. I'm really interested in what that is. Probably a new version of Dorico, which will cost me 500 euros or something, but which can do incredible stuff, and that's why I'm going to buy it anyway. Okay, back to this. So what you can do in Ableton, which is really awesome again, is that you can just open up these projects. Then I'm seeing all the tracks of this, all the groups, and then I can go into this group, open it, and then I can just the new string group, can just open it. Wait, I have to show you without my face here. Okay, just going to move this. Then you can just open the group track, and then you see all the violins. And here's the Oleg violin group. Now what I'm going to do is just, and let's hope this works again, toy, Russian roulette. Let's take this and import this, and this should work. Yeah, you see? We just imported only that part of the project into this project. I think this is beautiful. It really, really helps. Now, that's all the parts Oleg played. Thank you again. And yeah, we're going to take... I think just one of these. I'm not sure. I think I liked the KM184 versions better. So he recorded it with 2 microphones, right? One Neumann KM184 and one Rode NTR. And now, Oleg, tell me, the K&M 184 was closer to the violin, was it? I think from hearing, I thought it was closer. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, and let's mute the group so it doesn't play immediately. Although it's at the right spot already. Okay. Wait, no, wait. Okay, this is a little bit quieter. And I think I moved it to the wrong spot. Wait, let's... Okay. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Wait a second. Okay, now, of course, for the cello, that's hard, because if you pitch it up, the intonation, yeah, it's harder. It's harder to play it correctly, because you have to play like 200% correct. It's kind of interesting, this mix. It's weird. But there's something to it. I can't tell you exactly what, but let's just take one cello track. Let's mute the other one here. Put both the cello and the violin in the center and see. Oleg writes, exactly, they were almost the same, but the Rode NTR is a figure 8A and a ribbon, so it naturally sounds less focused. Okay, so yeah. I was kind of wrong, but you put it in a nice way, so thank you. And I don't even mind the intonation between these two. Okay, now another thing. Let's pan the pitched up cello left, hard left, and the violin hard right. Let's see. Oleg, yeah, it's funny. You know, I'm thinking. Okay. The panning, I did that already, and I changed it a little bit so that it's not quite. So it's a different setup. So the cello and the violins blend in a way, in a big part, but the main body of the cello are at the right, and the main part of the violins are at the left. Mostly. And with this one, yeah, I was just thinking, okay, if we want to do it like is the American orchestral string position or the European, where the violins are completely left and the. You know, there's one where the first violin sits left and the second violin sits right, and I think that's the European one. I don't know. And the other American, or the other one is like first violins, second violins, then violas, cello, and basses. So from left to right. Yeah, one is just wider. Depends on what the piece is. With this, however, we can do whatever we want, and we can just, you know, with a click of a button, change the things. Which is fun. Okay, but I think hard panning them is not a good idea. Okay, now the violin is a little bit too quiet. Okay, and here they are not together. Yep. It's okay that it's both a little bit behind there, but that's fine. Yeah, it's like a weird thing. I like it. Maybe I don't like it tomorrow. Vienna style. Funny. You know what? In all German music universities, that's not called Vienna style, but German style. Make of that what you want. And hey, another thing, let's try to, you know, we've pitched the cello up. Let's pitch the violin down. See what happens. Like 1 octave. Okay, but so none of the instruments is playing where it should, but that might be interesting. I'll just leave this in and listen to this some other time to just, you know, have a pair of fresh ears. Okay, and let's make the first part Oleg played a little bit louder. I like the first phrase. 12 dB. Yeah, so I think I like that. Let's put them both in center because, you know, they layer pretty nicely, I think, so we don't have to spread them. Well, a little bit panning, some panning. So now officially the violin is the cello part and the cello is the violin part, so we have to pan them differently. Yeah, viola. Yeah. Okay, I think that we could leave it like that and maybe make the introduction a little bit quieter so that the string part after that, like the whole orchestra, is a little bit louder. There's a German word Fallhöhe, which I really, really like because it describes a lot of things very well. Let's see, Fallhöhe, English. Fallheit. So if there's any English native speaker, please tell me you know this. But oh, and one thing I thought was okay, but not really, really good, is the kick drum. And maybe one reason for that is... wait, let's just make this a little bit more... a little bit cleaner, this project, so I'll just delete the cello thing, the original cello files Pablo sent me. Please don't crash, 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 please don't, no, 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 no. No. Ah, okay. And I'm going to delete the violin parts, at least the original files. What's happening here? Okay, okay. So that the whole project just becomes cleaner. I guess if it gets more complicated and more automation is added, then I will just rebounce the whole project, like resample the whole project in stems again, so that it's really just, again, working with audio files. And I'll delete this. Let's pray this works. Yes, it does. Okay. Now, it takes a lot of time to save the project for whatever reason. Then there's the spinning wheel of death. Okay, but now it works. Okay, I would say, yeah, let's look at the kick drum. Because one thing I think that I forgot over the time is that not every track has a sidechain trigger anymore. So in case you don't know, a sidechain trigger is basically a MIDI trigger, in this case, like a MIDI note that triggers something that looks like a sidechain or acts like a sidechain. So a sidechain compressor just ducks the signal depending on how loud another input signal is. That's basically like, often it's a kick drum, and when the kick drum hits, everything else goes quiet. And that's what this tool here, LFO tool from X4 Records, does. There are other tools as well, which are better suited to different contexts, but this one is good for our context now. And yeah, these need a MIDI trigger right now, and I didn't put these on every track. So what I'm thinking is, like, when the kick drum hits, everything else has to be quiet, everything. And that's not the case right now. So we are going to do that. So this is on the solo strings track. This here is the MIDI trigger. We'll just add a new one. Okay, call this solo strings. So we know this one goes to the solo strings, and select solo strings and LFO tool. There it is, bam. Now, next one. Piano. The piano has an LFO tool, and does it work there? Let's see if it triggers. Yes, it triggers. You saw the... Yep. It works. And here, let's see. That also has an LFO tool. Okay, that's good. This one has one as well. This one now has one as well. This one doesn't need one. This one has one. Okay, I think, no, that's fine. Everything has an... Oh, the old strings don't. Ah! You need one too. Okay, now we need an solo strings. Oh, let's make a new group. Old strings. Basically, this is not a group. It's just an instrument rack with lots of external instruments. And fun thing with external instrument, like the Ableton plugin, you can also send MIDI to internal tracks, so inside of Ableton, which makes this, what I'm doing here, possible. So I'm sending MIDI to string old from the instrument that's on this track, or from the MIDI part that is on this track, which is basically just one note. MIDI on off. Let's see if this works. Yes, you saw. Oh, wait for it again. Yeah, there. And it hit. Okay, and the sub, does the sub also need, well, why not, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that's better already. Especially when the strings are... I think the strings were the problem here, this one. But I still don't really like the kick. Okay, and I think the piano, this solo, this thing, is okay if it's pretty loud here in the beginning, then it starts to annoy me, and in the end it should be louder again. So, no, what, 0, okay. Please go to 8, dB8, then go to dB0, and then go to dB8 again. Another useful function they added in Ableton Live 10, I think it's 10, right? You can edit values now, which you couldn't do before. You had to go by hand, press Alt and Control and Shift and do this. But now you can just do this, which is better, I think. Now, let's listen to the whole track again. I'm just losing track of what's important right now. Oh, and it's again 5 people watching, so hello to all of you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm working on a track I've been working on for the last 12 whatever live streams, and I'm hoping to finish this in this session, or at least have it somewhere very close to finished. Yeah. Let's listen to the whole thing. And let's not solo one track. Let's listen to the whole, all of the tracks. Whoops. There's something wrong. Ah, okay. Now, let's listen. You know what I think? I like this, especially the pitch down violin. This is beautiful. This fake viola from hell. No, first of all, let's take out the low end, because that will just mess with the sub. Okay, and here we can do the same, and maybe take out some of the high end, because, you know, all the cello overtones are now pitched even higher, which... yeah, I think that's better. Okay, and one thing I thought when listening to this right now was what happened if we just, you know, gradually introduce these. So first of all, it's just the first is just the viola from hell. Okay, and it should, I think it should start a little bit earlier then. I'll just open this, and I mean, this is like almost fake anyway, so we can just stretch it out as long as we want. No, let's do it like this. Okay, but then we get a problem with the vibrato. Okay, let's just move it a tiny little bit more, like there. And more. Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, and maybe here in this part, the fake violin. It's so beautiful that these instruments, like this is, you know, this high part is, again, if you're just new to this channel right now, that's actually a cello, and that's actually a violin. The violin is pitched down 1 octave, the cello is pitched up 1 octave, so yeah. And we can also make this a little bit louder, I think, you know, because it lacks a lot of overtones. And maybe let's EQ these overtones in, because there are some left, definitely. Yeah, that's better. That's weird and somewhat beautiful, I think. And that's a good sweet spot. Weird and beautiful. And this last note should be a little bit louder. Let's make it not just a little bit, but 6 dB. Okay, it's 6 dB is too much. 3. Yeah, I can see this. I can see this. I'm still thinking maybe I have to re-record this piano part, because it's so overcompressed and I don't know, it's distorting. And this point here is not as impactful as it should be, I think. And I don't really know how to do this. I think it has a lot to do with what happened before, you know. Most of the time it's just what happened before, if it doesn't work. You know, it's already, yeah, it's like, well, it's an old problem. Maybe, you know, we've added 18 seconds here. Maybe we have to subtract 18 seconds here from this part, because the intro is still too long. I think that's the way to go. But before I do that, let's listen again and save this as version number 12. Let's listen again to the intro. And hey, still 5 people watching. Respect. And this stream might go on for quite a while now. You know, like 1.5 hours, I think. But I think this track is getting somewhere. And you know, right now it's like how long is it? Hey, it's roughly over 3 minutes. Okay, let's listen back once more. I think I know why. Because the violin and the cello waves, these things, they build up, and then like 5 seconds after the climax, they are still playing. They're going down again, and then the piano comes. So the piano is kind of 5 seconds too late or something. So either we, yeah. Wait, no. Old strings. Yeah, maybe not 5 seconds, but I think I would just, delete this time, blip, and see what happens. Okay, and now of course the fade out point is wrong and everything, but 14-bit MIDI says, drink some water, Felix. You are so absolutely correct. But hey, it's empty. Now what I'm going to do is rush out of this room and walk over my violin this time. No, I'm just going to get some water really quick. And I'm going to leave the stream running for now. So if there's somebody new coming to chat, tell him, her, I'll be back very soon. And I'll not run the I'll be back screen, because this won't take long. Hopefully. "14-bit MIDI, what would I be without you?" I would be dehydrated, that's for sure. A dehydrated and unhappy Felix. Wait, my glasses are weird right now. What? Okay. All right. Yeah, it worked. I went to the kitchen and got some water without destroying anything. Better than last stream. Yeah, maybe we need some volume automation here to make this climax, little tiny climax. It's a little tiny climax. Yeah, just some more volume automation, I think. Volume automation is really, it's like the bread and butter of everything. Everything. Okay. Okay, and let's have it go like 40 dB louder, and before that it's at 0. Whoop. Let's see if this works. Maybe it won't, but hey, we've tried. Okay, here are more questions. 14-bit MIDI writes, "Be careful." Yeah, I was really careful. Oleg writes, "Felix is on the water run." Yeah, like on the last stream, 14-bit media and I, actually drinking water is essential for my creative process, because when I drink water, first of all, I can reward myself, or if I don't know how to continue, I can just, which is a good sensory experience, which makes me, a little bit happy, tiny bit happy. And most of all, it makes me need to go to the toilet every 1 or 2 hours. And time on the toilet, 5 minutes you spend there, you think about, with a little distance, what you are working on, and then you get the best ideas what to do. So that's why drinking water while working is essential for me. Now 14-bit BD writes, Felix, do you know Pat Metheny's Orchestrion? No, actually I don't. We could listen to this. I don't know if this is allowed on YouTube, because rights and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to play this on stream. But you know what I will do? I will listen to this after the stream. And if you're back on the next stream, which will be on Saturday... Wait, let me look. I think on Saturday... I have a streaming schedule now. A screaming schedule. Saturday, 13 p.m. Central European time. I will be streaming for 3 hours. So Saturday, 13 to 16 p.m. Central European time. I will have listened to this piece, Pat Metheny, and tell you what I thought about it. Now Oleg writes, so about the connection of the intro and the piano entrance. If you try to add one empty bit at the end of the build-up before the piano enters, it might work better for the impact or not. Yeah, that's also... I thought about that. Like silence is the best part of music sometimes. Okay, yeah. I see what you mean. We could try that. We're going to try that. And 14-bit MIDI writes some great ideas there if you have the time to check it out. Yeah, I will. Like I said, I would love to do it here on stream, but I think YouTube will ban or block or whatever flag this video for, rightly so, they should do that, but yeah, that makes it hard to listen to this on stream. Now, what I want to try is what Oleg just proposed, and that's inserting some silence. Now, for this to work, I think there has to be some kind of felt meter. There has to be something like and I really did not play the violins on time, like at all. It's more yeah, maybe there, but it's already it's really, really messy. Let's see. The celli are okay. I can play cello a little bit better. Well, apparently I can't anymore, but I can play it a little bit better than the violin. So that's more precise. Even still not really precise. Okay, so so let's just move this part where it rings out, and put it here. Boom. Down. It's maybe too early. Boom. Okay. And Oleg, you are a gold mine for ideas. Thank you. Wait, he writes. If you try to add another idea is to blend an orchestral cluster in about 1-2 measures before the piano and actually hold it as a tail over the first few chords. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Over the first few seconds of the piano will be completely different transition. Yeah. What I always think about is Radiohead's How to Disappear Completely, where they have these beautiful clusters and I mean, it's basically all stolen from Penderecki, but still beautiful, right? Wait, these are so many ideas, Oleg. Wait, I have to... that's really helpful right now. Thank you. Yeah, I see what... You know, the thing is, if I could play the violin, or if I could play the cello right now, I would do that. I would at least try that, because we have lots of time left, like 1.5 hours. You know, what I could also try is to play the violin. I'm afraid you will be screaming and will leave the stream if I do that, but you know, because I'm just not able to play anything different than a cluster. So you know what would be great if when I like clusters is mostly when it's going somewhere and wobbling around, and then it's at some point going all one. How's this called? They meet on one single note. But I think one reason not to do this cluster thing is it would take away from the entrance of the viola from hell. You know, I think if I introduce another element here, it would be a little bit too much. I think the other approach of taking away something earlier is better. Okay, 14-bit meteorites and the Dorico 3.5 announcement is out. Live stream at 3 p.m. Yeah, that's what I thought. I will have to spend a lot of money again to get all the beautiful features I always wanted to have. So, yeah, I'll watch this. So 3 p.m., probably Central European time, right? Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. No, I can't, because I have to take care of my daughter. Well, maybe my daughter and I will watch this. I mean, she's just 1 year old, but maybe she's interested in notating music and the beautiful features that you can... No, probably not. Probably not. Maybe I'll watch it later. You know, what I've always wanted was a feature where you can automatically have these particelles of big orchestra scores, and I think they will be able to do that. Like a piano reduction of a huge score, and that just with the press of a button should be possible at some point. Maybe not this one. Yeah, Oleg writes, sure, I agree, will be more in style with the flow. Yeah, I think, you know, I really like to do these, I would love to do this, but, you know, I have to wait for my cello to be repaired again. Okay, let's see how... I'm talking so much, but it's nice. It's really nice. You know, I feel like I'm not the only human in the world sitting in this lonely room. Okay. Yes, this just without the click. Okay, and a little crossfade. Okay. So let's say it stops here, like boom, da, The problem is a little bit that the 14-bit meteorites, the YouTube video is out now. Okay. And he writes, my 1-month-old son is getting your daughter. Greeting your daughter. Oh, great. So you have a 1-month-old as well. Like 1 year, 1 month. What's the difference, right? It's a huge difference. Parents will know. Yeah. He writes, they will meet to playdate sometime for sure. Yeah, right. When I'm in Stuttgart or you are in Berlin, we can go to a park and, you know, yeah, just talk music. I would love to do that, actually. The problem with this one here is that it... If you don't... Damn, there's a meter change, so... Not a meter change, it's a, like, again, rhythmic modulation thing. Ah, okay, and so it's here. Bam. Well, let's try. Bam. And then piano. So let's try this with the violin waves, which are much more... Yeah, you see that that's... I've just played a... That's not really a rhythm. With the first take, I think I tried to play in time, and with the second one, I was like, nah. Okay, but still, we can try to do this. Do it like this. Yeah, okay. And let's just move the scratchy violin parts and the scratchy cello parts. Oops. Just a little bit further to the left. So earlier. Hey, 6 people watching. 6 people are watching right now. Hello. Hello to you. It's beautiful that you're here. We are currently working on a track which will be part of my new EP. This track here in particular is dedicated to an animal, which is the budgie dolphin. Budgie dolphin. I can't write dolphin. Thank you, Google. Which is an animal which has gone extinct within the last budgie dolphin within the last 100 years due to human interference, and basically every track on this EP will be dedicated to one of these animals or plants that have gone extinct due to human activities, as a way to, you know, say goodbye. And at the end there will be a huge parade track where they all just walk around. There's also a wonderful graphics artist who will probably do the cover of this with all the animals having a parade. I think it will be nice, a very nice cover. Yeah, and we're working on this track. Have been working on this for the last 12 streams, I think. And yeah, it's about to be finished at some point soon, I hope. So let's listen to this transition here. Okay, of course, that's not good. Wait. That is not good. I know. Let's listen to the strings first, the old ones. Okay, what are these squeaky bits here? Yes, please not. Please don't. Okay, and let's have this, that it's... Yeah. Okay. Exactly at this point, that's where all the strings should stop, and basically everything else should stop, because that was an idea... Oleg, who is also in chat. Again, if you're in chat, you can chat with me live. There might be a 30-second delay between me reading and answering because of the upload and my internet connection. But yeah, I will be answering to basically every question and read out every question you have. And Oleg actually, who is the one who played the good violin parts. The bad violin parts are played by me. Because I just learned it from YouTube about not long ago. And Oleg plays it very well. And he recorded these violin parts together with Pablo Ortega. You can find him on Fiverr. If you need very good violin parts, go there. Oleg Bezuglov with V. You can find him in chat as well. And he proposed to, because I was really unhappy, the first piano here was introduced. He suggested to just have some silence before that, and I think that's a great idea. Okay, 14-bit meteorites. Sorry for another Pat Metheny recommendation, but listen to the Way Up album, and it will blow your mind a bit for sure, and you will get so many great ideas out of it. Okay, well, why not listen to a whole album, right? I mean, when I'm cleaning the kitchen, perfect. Oleg writes, how nice. We were planning to make glass-painted artworks with budgie dolphins with my cousin. Oh, really? The beginning totally sounds like a stream of water and the swimming dolphin in it. Fascinating. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, you're making glass-painted artworks yourself. That's beautiful. Like you're doing the glass itself as well, like blowing the glass up. It's really complicated, I think. Well, that's not really precise here on the downbeat. That's better, but it's still not good. Can be better. Yes, not. No. 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 Okay, I'm like a disappointed dad. Okay, now that's good. Okay, on the downbeat, it's just one last bloop, one last wave. Okay. Hey, 14-bit MIDI. What would interest me is, do you still have any time to make music while being a father and having a 1 month old? Because I feel it's really hard, really tough to make time and be still productive. And okay, now this is okay, and now the strings, the cello and the violin waves together. Yes, and the squeaky bits. That's okay. No, that's not good. It should be. Well, that's weird, right? There's another. It doesn't really end on a squeaky bit. So, wait, let's try to just do a hard cut. It can be, it can be artificial. That's fine. It's maybe too harsh, but let's try. Let's try in context with all the strings only. Okay, that might work. Okay. Now, let's open these up so they don't disappear before the piano kicks in. Okay, let's hear this in context. Yeah, okay, so but the other loops have to stop as well. This one. How do we do this? One thing to do it really quickly is to warp it and to just click as often on this duplicate time thing. That's something I used to do very often earlier, when my tracks were a little bit more electronic and bad. And maybe let's pitch it down. Oh, not 48 semitones, but 12. Maybe not. I'll use complex. Okay, Oleg writes, I was supposed to design only the concept for the artwork's content, so I picked the list of recently extinct animals. Oh, really? Unfortunately, handcrafting is way above my league. Yeah. Hey, but yeah, it's I was honestly like some weeks before my daughter was born last year. I was literally sitting here crying because I was very emotional by the time because I don't know. It's like I was very close to that little thing and this belly, and I was literally crying because I couldn't barely thought that there was so many beautiful animals just dying, just dying out. And not just because it's like a natural, they just got extinct because a volcano broke out or something, but it's because, we're just fucking things up. And, it's so far away that we don't really see the consequences of what we're doing, and me included. So, it was just, and that was the moment when I thought, okay, I need to just, do what I can do about this, and felt like writing a requiem first for all the little animals. And now it's this, which is also okay. Okay, and let's do the same thing with this one. Just put it on complex and press on the multiply button as often as we can, and then just have it fade in. 14-bit media writes on the question of if he still gets to make music with having a child. He writes, yes, on the one hand this is true, but on the another, your life gets more organized once kids are there. Yes. And the funny part is, since my daughter was born, I just kicked the camera, I'm actually more productive. Before that I was just lying on the couch playing video games most of the day, and was angry that I didn't create any music. And now it's like, if I don't use this little time I have, I won't ever make any music. So I'm really starting to be more productive and more concentrated. And but still, the time I have is like very, very limited to what I had before to make music. And like spending a day or two just twiddling around with something is not possible anymore, which in a way is a good thing, And 14-bit media writes, this is my third son. Whoa. Okay. Impressive. I also want like 5 children, but just starting with baby steps. This is my third son, so I have some practice now in using the available time to the max, but it is all possible. And I work from home since I have my studio here, and now is a bit harder since there is the corona thing, I guess. No school and homeschooling. Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Okay, yeah. That must be tough, especially when the teachers just send you the things they need to learn, and you basically have to learn it with them, and you're basically the teacher at that point. It can all be done. Don't worry. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, right now she's still, we're just, me and my girlfriend, we're taking care of her. She's working a lot. I'm working like a little bit, not really much, but it works. I think when she goes to the like Kita, which is the kindergarten for very small children, I will be more productive then. I will have more time at least. Now Oleg writes, yes, sad truth and a great idea to write this music about them. He's referring to the idea of writing music for all the extinct animals in the last 150 years. Yeah, it was really truly felt like devastated reading about all these, like the golden toad, this frog which comes out in the rain and has huge parties and once a year, and then they all leave again. And stuff like that. Again, let's make some music and listen to this. The idea is to make the piano entrance more impactful. Okay, I think let's mute these first. I think the idea is good. The execution right now is not so good. Wait, let's listen to the whole intro again, okay? But I think the idea is good. Yeah, this works. I think the silence is still a little bit weird. Either there need to be some things added, like, you know, in this typical EDM tracks, you have this white noise riser thing. So maybe we need some more risers. Yeah, this is a good idea. I mean, it's more poppy in a way, but it definitely does what I wanted it to do. Thank you, Oleg. That's a good idea. Now, before I continue, I need to go to the toilet and think about what we're doing here. I'll be right back, and this time I will have the pause screen activated. See you very soon. All right. Now 14-bit MIDI, in case you're still there. I don't know if you know this when you're working at home. So you have a home studio as well, I think you wrote. And you're going to the toilet or whatever. And then there's your son or your kids. And they totally don't understand why you have to leave now again. And why you would need to walk in that room. Why they can't just come in. And now my daughter was at the door crying. Meow, meow. That's really tough. Anyway, welcome back. I was just on the toilet and I had an idea, like usual. Again, if you drink a lot of water while working, you need to go to the toilet very often. And if you're on the toilet, you get the best ideas. Now, what I thought was, with this one, I think one problem is, first of all, I think it needs a riser as well. It needs some kind of intro sound for what is coming after that. So I think the idea to use these is not bad, but it must be something different. Like a lead in this little fill, and as well as a riser for this part. Yeah, and this one is okay, but I don't like this too much. Let's listen to this alone. Yeah, it's just the piano. It's stretched. Let's not stretch it that much. Oh hey, let's reverse it. Yep. and maybe pitch it down. That's kind of okay. Okay, maybe a different velocity curve. And a little bit louder maybe as well. Now it's at 3 dB, let's put it at 9. Which is not a little bit, which is more than double. Okay, let's see. Maybe not. Let's mute this one and just have the reversed slow low piano. Okay. Okay, first thing now, let's try another thing. That's the riser. Call this track riser. And we're going to do the classical EDM riser thing with noise and panning and chorus and all that stuff. Let's use operator and just the white noise. 14-bit MIDI writes, actually all my kids are allowed in the studio while I'm working except when the doors are shut, meaning I record something using microphones so they know they have to wait. But other than that, they are okay. Yeah, you know, the thing is, when my daughter would walk in here, I would not be able to work because she would want to sit here now and then touch the microphone and then touch the screen and then press all the keys and then use the Apollo Twin and push all the buttons. And yeah, after 5 minutes, she would start to scream and cry and want to do something else and want me to come with her. And yeah, it would not work. It would not go well. Okay, and he continues, they are here whenever they want, but they find it very boring anyways. Really? I mean, all the buttons and the lights and the clickable things. If I was a 1-year-old child, I would love it. That's why my daughter also has a mini studio behind my piano with a drum machine and lots of instruments. I'm going to do a YouTube video on my studio setup here as well. I think I'll upload it in, I think, next Monday, maybe, or the week after, I'm not sure. But I will also feature this mini studio there. Anyway, we were about to build this little riser thing here. Okay, let's just put a MIDI note. Oh, that's loud. I'm sorry, that is loud. Okay. And legato, make it long. Beautiful. Tasty white noise. Now, let's filter this first. We don't need the low end, and we don't need the high end that much. Now it's even more watery. That's almost cheesy, right? Okay, let's see where that's like the maximum. That's the maximum, and it's still way too loud. Put it at minus 12 dB. And that might be very shitty. I'm sorry. Sorry for my language, but this might be very shitty. We'll try it anyway. Some reverb. Okay. And some autopan. Okay, 14-bit MIDI writes, a friend was visiting my son. They came here for a moment. The friend saw me sitting here and said, okay, so your father is a YouTuber. Wow, that's interesting. Like, I think for young children, YouTuber is a very valid and very desirable career. And when I tell this to my parents, it's like, YouTube, what? Yeah, it's funny. Like the whole industry is really changing. The youngsters, they know. Okay, maybe the LFO is a little bit overkill. Yeah, let's mute the LFO for now. And maybe some chorus, right? Chorus is always good. And I think we're going to, if at all, we're going to use this very sparingly. Rate. Okay, Here's some feedback. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, now we need to do some intense automating. Now, the great thing is that you can have these groups in Ableton, and we can just put lots of functions on one knob. So on this knob, we'll put the cutoff, which is probably the most important effect. Then the pan, I would put the rate there, as well as the amount. We need to do some adjustment later on. And let's have the chorus dry wet as well. So now all of this is on one knob. It sounds like a little helicopter. Yeah, oh man, Oleg, I'm so thankful for this tip. This works so much better with this little pause here. Okay, but now let's see what we do with this. I'll just map this to a MIDI controller here and just play around with it. Okay, one thing, this should not be like a little helicopter, although it's kind of funny, but... Okay, I think that should be the maximum speed. Or even slower, and I think the dry wet knob shouldn't be that, you know, that's without it, that's just a tiny bit. Okay, and what's this? That's the dry or wet of the chorus, that's okay. Okay, now let's see again if this works. And let's automate this one single knob. Go there. Okay. And for now, let's just make it like a very boring one straight line. So here it comes in. Yeah. Yeah. Oleg writes, great, that gap worked as intended and you like it. Me too. The power of live streaming is beautiful. Honestly, I like this. It's like almost a collaborative... I mean, you did not only play violin on this track, now you're also like composing with me. To all the other 5 people watching, you can do too. Sorry for the like commercial-esque thing, but... honestly, just ask me anything. If you have any ideas how to push this track further, I'm going to try everything. Now, why did this just resize? Okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure if maybe this needs to be longer, like the double this time. I'll just try that. Let's see what happens. Put this here, this here. Wait, no, like this. Okay. And let's extend this here. And anything else? I think that's fine. Okay, let's see. I'm really curious now how this is. Yeah, I think the longer wait is better. The sound here, maybe it's not the reverse piano. One thing, you know, the classic effect to try is to take this one, reverse it. Oh wait, we'll do it even better. We'll make it even better. We'll make another track. Put this is basically just this sound here, exactly the same. Only without the compression, but that's it. Alright, and we will put, let's make it even shorter. Okay, and we will put a lot of reverb on this, a lot of reverb, like 100%. and longer. Yes. And then we're making another track. Put this onto a resample. So this track here records everything that is playing right now. Put this on record and record. That's long enough. And now it's the magic of reversing. Now we have this beautiful reversed. Wait. Okay. Because there is this tempo automation. It sounds different. Now this should sound good. Yeah, okay. Check. Let's move this here. So this should be a good lead-in for the piano sound. Let's solo both. Yeah, it's a little bit too obvious right now. Let's use another utility and do some volume automation. The best thing ever. Yeah, have it fade in like this and maybe do some curved. Yeah, and a little bit more of that. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, somehow this is not working the way I want it to work. But it's really just, you know, tweaking the right buttons now. Okay, this what is happening? Ah, okay, this thing here. Oops, whoopsie-doo, whoopsie-doo. Okay, and have these fade out from this point on. Yeah, something else. It needs to be something else, but yeah, and it's too long. I think it's too long. Let's make it shorter again. Plop, like this. Easy. Wait. Yeah, and quicker. Needs to be there quicker. What would happen if we just pitched this piano thing here, this one, so that it comes in like grain size, no transposition, yes. That just, whoops, goes from deep to high. Whatever, like an octave below to where it should be. Like a tape start, like a cheap tape start effect. This might be a little bit bad, but let's try. Yeah, that's really bad. No, we're not going to do that. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, just one semitone. I don't know. Let's just duplicate this and do one thing that is easy to do. The left channel goes from top to bottom and the other one from bottom to top. So one goes from +1 semitone to the semitone where it should be, and the other one goes from minus to where it should be, and they are panned left and right, hard left, right. Like this. Hard left, hard right. And this one here gets EQ transposition not from -1 but from +1, and this one goes from -1. So it sounds like this. The automation is still a little bit too it holds off. It's way too exponential right now here. Way too exponential. Let's make it a gradual linear. This could work, I think. And hey, no, let's make it +2 and not minus. No, let's make it 2 semitones. And a little bit more like this. I don't know. I don't know. But it definitely needs some kind of fill in there, I think. Or it's just silence. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, there's something weird here. It's kind of too loud. Let's make it 3 dB. That first phrase is a little bit too late. I think it needs to be earlier. Too late. Yeah, that's better. And that's also a little bit too late, just a little. And that's also too late. Why are these... all of these tracks are a little bit... Maybe I dragged them too far to the right. Okay. I think that's alright. Yeah, I kind of like these. But I think they also need a volume automation here because it's too... it comes in too quickly. And I like these volume automations because they are easy and simple. And you know what they are doing. It's just, you know, one thing and you don't lose overview of what's happening. Yes, and let's make it more extreme. A little bit less. Maybe like this. Okay, and that riser here is incredibly aufdringlich. What's aufdringlich? I have to Google this. Aufdringlich is the German word. I want it in English. Pushy. Pushy. Obtrusive. Intrusive. You get the idea. Something like that. Okay, now it's gone. Minus 13 dB is too much. Let's make it minus 6. I like this this pitch down violin. Maybe they both need to be a little bit louder, right? Let's listen again. I like this part. I mean, it's cheesy and has been done sometime by other people, but I like this sound. I like it. And I'm not sure how this will end, because this will not be a good end, I think. Hey, but I can listen to this and think it's okay. Something about this. You know what? I think the waves should start again in this silence. I'm going to try that. Just a and maybe not the violins, but the cello, because they are a little bit more on time. Let's try this. Maybe not. Maybe not, because it would be a great introduction if they were playing here, but they're not. They're coming in later. Yeah. Maybe let's try this one. I think the introduction should be mainly out of sounds that are also there in this part. So. And let's try something. Let's mute the decay of these strings so that it's just... I don't know. Maybe if we change the automation of this riser and make this considerably louder, like not minus 19, but like minus 9 dB. It fills that space here, maybe. Yeah, now it sounds like a firecracker going off. Don't know. I don't know. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's make it louder. I don't know. Maybe. I think this, maybe the piece won't be finished completely within this stream, because I still have like 30 minutes something, half an hour. But these are details we'll have to look at maybe in the next stream on Saturday. When I have to look this up. Again, the streaming schedule is in the description of this video, and I will just be looking at that right now. So Saturday 13 p.m. to 16 p.m. Central European Time, I will be working on this again, I think, and just like finishing the details, and maybe also look into the other tracks of this EP, which are pretty much done. Yeah, we'll see. I like this part. I think when it goes even bigger. And I'm still thinking maybe Maybe it needs some brass section. And you know what? We'll do that. Let's make a little brass section. And actually, you're wondering probably now, how do you get brass? So much brass. Dorico. So if you're surprised by this, yeah, don't be. It's good. Wait, I have to add the dongle. Wait, retry. Now we will be writing a little brass arrangement. 14-bit MIDI writes, please don't add any cowbell. No, really? I thought it needed more cowbell. Okay, maybe this brass section idea is overkill. I don't know. I just want to try. And brass in Dorico because, let's make a full, like 6, 3, 4, 1. So if you, in case you don't know these numbers, when you're talking about instrumentation, like 6, 3, 4, 1, or 8, whatever, is the number of players in this section. So usually the brass section is like horns first, then trumpets, then trombones, and then maybe tuba. If there is a tuba. Tuba? I call it tuba. In German it's tuba. I don't know. So 8, 3, 4, 1 would be 8 horns, which is massive. 3 trumpets and 4 trombones and 1 tuba. Sounds great. Sounds big. And the thing is Note Performer. Note Performer 3. Beautiful sounds, especially for these brass brass instruments. Yeah. Now the weird thing is I have this strange bug here in Dorico that I have to load in and activate all the instruments manually. I don't know why. It's not like that on my laptop, but here I have to do that. I'm not sure if this is a good idea right now. But hey, I have started. Well, 8 horns is a little bit much, right? I'm not sure about the 8 horns. Okay, you know what? Maybe we don't need. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, wait. In half an hour. Okay, and I think we'll just double the double the piano. Or maybe not. I think this could be really nice. I think this could be really nice. If it's just a layer on top of that. Or is it too much? I mean, this is pretty full already. Okay, 14-bit MIDI. You say please don't add any cowbell. I think it's pretty full. You know, we don't have to add anything anymore. Although I would like to hear it. You know what? I would really like to hear it. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll add a piano. That's easier for me. Okay. There. Right mode. I'm still not that very good in Dorico. Sorry for that. I don't know all the shortcuts. Let's see. Okay, and MIDI input apparently doesn't work. So we'll have to do this by hand. Now let's enter a key. We are in F minor. That's the nice thing about Dorico, right? You can just type in F minor, whatever, and it automatically knows which keys, which signature to take. Now, I'm just going to do very simple. Okay. F. 2, 3. I think it's in. This is the click. Yeah. Okay. And we are in tempo is 90, 120. I'm not sure. 90, I think. 90. Lento. And it's one full note. One. What's the name for this? Full note? Half note? No, half note, double, full? I think it's full note, whatever. Now, I should be able to add notes above. Oh man, how does this work in Dorico? You know what? I'll just draw them in. Wait, there is a popover. If anybody in chat knows, there's a popover for Dorico to add a note above or below. And it's not Shift I. Shift N? No. Shift. I'll look it up. I'm sorry. You can watch me looking up Dorico shortcuts. Isn't that beautiful? That's a nice way to spend an evening or a morning or the day. Dorico, although you will learn something, right? Dorico, add note above or something like that. Adding notes above, below, Shift I. Interval. But what? Oh, it was the right popover all the time. Okay. Whoops. Let's do it like this and I10. And now it's really just a matter of using this and transposing it. Like, and again, 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 and we're back. That's it. This is the whole musical idea. Kind of, you know, simple. The simple things. Now there is a way to... oh man, oh man. Ah, what did I do? What did I do? I'm so sorry. I'm not as proficient in Dorico as I should be. As I am in Ableton, for example. Okay. Now, let's go to Galley View. Yeah, that's the whole progression. And we're doing this once, basically. Well, maybe let's do it 2 times, right? So we can have 2 times the loop playing. Yeah, let's repeat it and put a rehearsal mark here. I think it's Shift A. No, Shift R. Yeah, Shift A. Ha! I know this shortcut. And maybe later we can add the melody as well. But the melody in the trumpets, maybe? And 1 trumpet? Okay, later. Or maybe we also do a full... I would love to have MIDI input here. Why doesn't this work? Wait, let me see. Note input. Note input. Play. Okay, I'll just copy this to, well, trombones would be a little bit low. Wait, high. Tuba. Tuba, you are my friend. That's a little bit high for you. Tuba is the best orchestra bass next to piano. Okay, and we'll do just a dynamic line which goes very simply from pianissimo to fortissimo. Easy. I also don't want the piano to play. Well, anyway. Okay, boom, boom. Now let's take... there's a beautiful shortcut to just move this 1 staff up. No! Just creating new Dorico projects. Ah! View. Where do I go back to? I'm so sorry for my newbie Dorico behavior. Just put this here. Now let's take the third. Put it in trombone, I don't know. Bass, 2 bass trombones, nice. Oh, if this was a real ensemble, I would be so happy. That's too high. Maybe we'll put it an octave down. Okay, let's put this down, That's too high, okay. And we'll care about phrasing later. I think we won't care about phrasing at all, because this will really just be something playing in the background. Again, oh, and there's 5 people watching again. If you're new here, we are right now trying to build a brass section for this part. And just really quick and dirty. Wait. Oh, this sounds incredibly horrible. And it's really just doubling. I'm just, you know, just doubling everything right now. And it should be possible to just use the dynamics and copy it. Yes, copy and paste. Another thing we could do... Wait, this might be very bad. Yeah, this is too low. This is too low. I think the... where are all the A flats? I'm already starting to lose... I think it's better to just use full chords, right? But then this thing gets complicated. We have to do a real particello here, all real. Wait, let me just play this in. Come on, it's not... Please. Why don't you do this? That's much faster. Okay, we have to do it by hand. I'm sorry. No, go back. I somehow managed to put this note on this system. Anybody knows the Dorica shortcut for that? A flat, please. Yes. Boom, boom. Okay, let's use this. Okay, have this in octaves here. Whoop. Interval 8. Let's see. Okay. And then we'll do a... Wait. Okay, no, like this, and put this melody 1 octave above, and a 6th below that. We'll have the 5th playing as well. Let's listen to that. Yeah, something like this. I don't know. I'm really just, you know, fiddling around, doing this really quick. Let's put all of this in the horns. Come on, you can play this. Not, probably. It's too high. Yeah, it's way too high. Anyway. You know, the great thing about software is it doesn't matter. It doesn't care. It just plays it, even though it's unplayable. Okay, let's try like this. Do all these in 8 horns. Yes, I always like to have 8 horns playing playing 2 notes at the same time. Oh, this is so impossible, but hey, who cares, right? And let's just have the trombone and the bass trombones play something like this. Now, let's see how this sounds. Okay, like shit. Great. I think this wide chord structure is maybe a bad idea, but maybe it should be close in the horns. But you know, we're not writing for an orchestra right now. We're not writing for real musicians. I just want that sound. And hey, maybe we'll have the trumpets play this very quietly, the top melody. And this is too high. And this is, well, let's make it a little bit lower. Okay, like this maybe. And just double this once in another horn part. Okay. I think this won't. Oh, the poor bass trombone. What happened there? What happened there? A flat. It's an A flat. A flat. Should be. Ah. Okay. I did something wrong. Sorry for that. That's why I should have... wait. You know what? I'll just be trying to get the piano input to Dorico. Right now, this should be very much possible. And then I'll just play it. That's so much easier. If anybody knows how to do this in Dorico, I just want to go to the instrument setup. Device setup, maybe. Universal Audio Thunderbolt, audio driver. Yeah, that's just for the audio part. Monitor left, right. All right, close. I want to go to the MIDI. Okay, Google is your friend. Dorico MIDI setup. Okay, no, that's way too complicated now. Setup. I am so impatient with these things. Ah, Johannes, hey. Johannes Repka is in chat. Repka. Johannes Repka writes, "Hi guys, I am joining for a cup of coffee." Yeah, welcome. There are actually 6 people watching right now, watching me fail at using Dorico, which is always a beautiful sight. So if anybody of you in chat knows how to set up the right MIDI input for Dorico, I just want to use a MIDI keyboard, which shouldn't be that hard. It should not be that hard. Wait. Okay, I'll just close this. Wait, let's save it first. You know, I'm getting to you, Johannes Repka. Why am I saying Repka all the time? I'm sorry, Repka. I'm trying to write a little brass arrangement for this part, and I've now spent way too much time trying to do that. Okay, let's call this brass arrangement. So, quit and restart Dorico. Don't save this one, because I've accidentally created 2 other Dorico projects, which we don't need. Okay. Dorico, where are you? Dorico. There. MIDI fencer events and audio medias. No, that's not what I want. Dorico MIDI keyboard. Real-time recording, yes, that's what I want. Inputting notes using MIDI recording. You have to reconnect and enable MIDI device use. Yeah. So sorry that this happens here on stream, but I think, you know, we're learning together right now. And today we are learning how to input notes from a keyboard into Dorico. Right mode. And it doesn't work. Ha, great. Input and note editing. Play notes during, yes. Play accords, yes. I just want a place where I can you know, say to Dorico, okay, this is my MIDI keyboard. Okay, apparently. Again, I was pretty lazy here with these bass notes, which is a bad idea because it doesn't work like that. Okay, so I'll just write these out by hand. Hey, and my camera just died. Great. Now the last part of this stream was really entertaining, I think. Oh, wait, he wrote something. Put user on timeout? No, message retracted. Okay, Johannes, you wrote something, but you took back the message. That's all right. 14-bit MIDI writes, your MIDI keyboard needs to be plugged in before starting Dorico to see it. Yes, it is, actually. That's why I restarted Dorico. But somehow it's not there. It's still not. And I know there is a, you know, there should be a menu for this, right? Dorico preferences. That's where I would usually go. General, language, millimeters, all right. Window, view, files, key commands, new, that's all good. View, input. MIDI, here, MIDI input device. Model D, Scarlett, okay, well, it's all there. Here, that's the one I want to use, okay. Quantization options, no. Should be fine. Should be fine. I don't get it. I think Dorico just wants to annoy me. Anyway, I think I have like 10 minutes left. I'm getting lost in details right now. So on the next stream on Saturday, I am going to wait a second. I'll have this playing in the background, so we can listen to what we created today. So on the next stream on Saturday, which will be again the streaming schedule, my screaming schedule is also in the description of this video. So Saturday, 13 p.m. to 16 p.m. Central European Time, I will be streaming again. Working on this project here, on this file, and then hopefully really finishing it. And I might have been able to set up my MIDI keyboard with Dorico at that point. Yeah, and then I will definitely be finishing this one. Because, yeah, should have done this today. Yeah. And that's what we will do on Saturday. And until then, it might happen that I will be live streaming at some random point at night. Maybe. Probably not. And yeah, again, if you liked any of the things you saw in this video, feel free to like the video, subscribe if you want to get notified when there's new content out. Yeah, and I really enjoyed this one. I think this was the first stream where we really had people interact in a very intensive way, which changed the piece we were writing. And I love that. Yeah, I want more of that, please. Also, if you're just watching and having fun watching, you can do so as well. I'm also happy about that. Let's listen to this part again. Yeah, some brass would be nice, right? I think. Just a tiny little layer on top of that. Yeah. Okay, 14-bit meteorites. Have a great day, Felix. Yeah, you too. Have a great day, everybody. It was a pleasure streaming for you, with you, talking to you, with you. Yeah. See you soon. What?